I see that. You're finally wearing the glitter jacket.
Yeah, I did.
Never wore it on the show before.
It's our first show tonight.
This is our first show on Village Connection Network. I'm really excited.
Way to go. Give me 5 on that. Let's do this.
Yeah. Good evening. How are you guys?
Heather Lee, how are you, sweetheart? We're shipping
I'm doing
shirts
great.
away.
I had to call in because I just wanted you guys to pay extra shipping to get my shirt.
Thank you, Heather.
Actually, I'm going to give them to your father, and he's going to ship them to you.
Oh, in that case, I'll never get it.
Brought up a really good point, Darren.
Happy New Year, everybody, and welcome to the Business Power Hour with Darren and the Music Man. It sounds like somebody's in heat. That's good.
How are you, Music Man, this week?
I'm really interesting question.
That's a fantastic question, Norman.
Wow. See, I got fantastic. You just got good. I got fantastic. What kind of toy did she like? I'm kidding.
Come on, he always goes there. Were you drinking before the show? One of the cardinal rules. 2 things you never do to a woman. You never say they're old, and you never say they're heavy.
I'm never going to see her again. What's the difference?
Wait a second.
We both know I won't be seeing you.
You know Lauren for a long time.
Yes, I do. By the way, this is a Yankee station.
It's a Yankee station. John, it's a Yankee station.
All right.
4th extravaganza.
Hell no.
Hi, Eileen. Eileen's on.
Hi, Eileen. Eileen Karina is on.
Yeah,
hi, Eileen.
Great question. We have a lot of undulations out in the field. Undulations.
Is that a wine? What the hell is undulation?
Fred, don't use big words. John's not calling you chicken.
Did you just call me a chicken?
I called you a chicken. I did call you a chicken.
You called me a chicken.
I called you a chicken. Yeah, right? So this
Help.
I gotta get him a cough button, Jim. What do you think?
A cough button would be a good idea. Consider that a good question that he asked?
Great question.
There you go. I got
Pythons and brains.
But our own John from Hazlitt provided the confetti for the ticker tape parade. Hey, sorry. This, yeah, I was just gonna say, this show's about him. It's not about you.
Hey, give me some loving.
How are you, Music Man?
Hello, Darren. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm absolutely convinced. I'm telling you got some kind of brain damage when you had that thing last year.
I'm telling you, and he called.
Seeing interviews by Darren and the Music Man. Ladies and gentlemen, Darren Siafi and Norman Wasserman.
Let's do this, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode. We're back to episodes again because you're
episodes?
Here. Last week we weren't in an episode. We were just here. The Business Power Hour with Darren and the Music Man. And we're going to welcome back who missed our show last week because he was helping the country out like he normally does. We were with the Civil Air Patrol down in Florida and then
in South Carolina.
South Carolina. As
I said last week, when I actually just arrived in South Carolina when the show started.
Just at that time.
So I got on the show, and I'm thankful to everybody and my teammates, the guys that were on the team with me. We had a great time. We weren't utilized. Thank God the hurricane went a different way, so they didn't need us as you know. But we were there. We were ready to go. We were all set. So. It was an interesting experience.
I'm sure it was.
Without a doubt. But, we're back. And so this is our first Monday night of...
Yay, September.
September. It's going to start for the rest of the year, right?
Yeah.
We got a lot going on.
Yeah, Wednesdays are all sold, so we're here in September. So
it's awesome.
Here we go.
So welcome to the first Monday night Business Power Hour.
I got to tell you.
What do you got to tell me?
These 2 ladies, this is a true story. These 2 ladies at a network meeting came over to me, and he said, your show was really good, but we missed Dimples.
We missed Dimples. They did not. They did.
I mean, I could tell you it was a guy and a gal, but I would just tell you that it was 2 ladies. And also, Eileen, our friend Eileen Karina, said that the show was really good, but I was too serious.
Well, yeah.
I was serious.
See, I didn't get a chance to see, unfortunately.
We got bugs in here. What's going on?
I don't know.
Do you spray? Get an
It's
exterminator?
that time of year where you're getting bugs and stuff. As long as we don't have bees, I'm good.
Yeah, all right. That's.
But yeah,
I wouldn't remember being serious.
after the intro, I got called to a briefing, and then so I didn't get to see the rest of the show.
We got a great show tonight. Actually,
Yeah.
the gentleman that's here tonight could have been handy last week in regards to telling our listeners certain things to do to protect their homes and their businesses regarding the internet.
Yes.
And that's it. Would you like to
Well, and the
introduce
computers
my
and
friend?
it's your friend. You can
All
introduce
right,
him.
ladies and gentlemen, please give it up. Stand up, everybody. Everybody stand up.
Everybody stand.
And welcome Walter Contreras
guys.
from
Hey, Walter.
Motiva.
Thanks for having me. Don't fight for me, by the way.
Oh no, we're not.
I can
Listen,
share.
we fight no matter what.
What
So
the name
don't matter.
Motiva?
Motiva.
First of all, what is your company? What do you
Sure.
do? And how the heck did you come up with Motiva?
That's a good question. Not a lot of thought process behind.
One second, sorry. I got a good question
Shoot.
to start off the
Shoot,
bat.
shoot.
He said that was a good
He
question.
said it was a good question.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. There you go.
This is what the show is about,
yeah,
right?
this is it.
I got it. Jim is like, yeah, this is it.
He has gas. Don't mind him.
Oh, is that what we
Yeah,
smell?
yeah.
Well, today,
That's it.
I wanted to mention this before we really get started today.
Sure.
Today was Jim's daughter's first day of school.
She adorable.
So
Very
she
nice,
is
man.
the cutest little thing. How did she like her first day, Jim?
She was running down the driveway.
She absolutely loved it. When I, up until the time when I was walking away, she didn't have any feelings. She like, bye,
Right.
bye. And then I felt so much
Little
better. She actually cried and broke down.
Did she?
Cried for me screaming and wailing. And
Well, let me ask you this
she loved
question.
it, though.
How bad did you cry?
I just cried a little.
Did you give her her lunch? Did you make sure she had her lunch?
My wife did everything. My wife is a saint. She had everything perfect.
All right, cool.
Except the size of her backpack.
Right.
Which
Well,
was
backpack's
actually
big.
the size. It was actually the size
looked
of
like
her.
it was bigger than her.
It was the size of her.
Backpacks are big.
All right, before we go back
Okay,
to Walter,
I'm
and we
sorry,
apologize for that.
Thank
The
you.
phone number to call in, make sure I get this right, guys. 631-419-1360.
No!
That's why no one called in last week.
Well, we can't curse, right?
That's not what happened.
We can curse.
All right, so what is the...
631
yeah,
415 1365.
there we go. I was only off a digit.
Just one or two digits.
That's all it is. So Motiva.
Tell us about
Tell us what you
Motiva.
Sure. So I wanted to come up with, I'm in cybersecurity and technology. I'm a managed IT service company. What that means is I help small to medium-sized businesses with their IT infrastructure. The last few years, my business has transformed into cybersecurity. So I wanted to come up with a name that really didn't mean much about technology. I didn't want a name with like technology this, technology that, because I think technology sits in the background. You know what I mean? Like, you should be able to let your technology do and help you with grow your business.
Right.
Hopefully you have a good partner to do that with, right? And it sits in the background. So I wanted to come up with a name that you don't really have to think about in
you
those
did
terms. Yeah, I think I did.
You just got to remember what the heck the name
And
is.
it's motivating.
It's motivating.
It's motivating.
That's it.
Which I thought about it
short
after
for
the
motivating?
fact.
Oh, after the fact.
Yeah,
So
after
you
I
came up with
registered
Motiva,
it.
Then you went, wait a second. Yeah, that kind of ties in.
I have to say that I met you a couple of months back, and we kind of like hit. Actually, we met, and I said somebody was just talking to me about you. If you
Yeah, I
remember,
remember that, yeah.
right? And then there was a phone call from Keith West
Very
to
sweet
me,
guy. Well,
and
nice
we had
guy.
a
From
brief
Key West.
conversation. He said, "I'm in,"
Yep,
which
I'm
was
in.
good. Your reputation on the street, for you personally, is that the best that there is.
Thank you. I appreciate
People
that.
just love dealing with you and with your company and respect everything about you. And
Thank you so
they
much.
say it inside and out. That really cool.
Thank you. Thanks.
So that's
Appreciate
it.
that.
Well, anyway, thanks for coming
Making me
tonight.
blush. Yeah.
You're getting too serious again. Well, we got
well,
listen. We got complaints that he was too serious.
No,
I
it was
thinking,
not a
wasn't it?
complaint. It was just conversation.
It was conversation.
Yeah.
All right.
They're like 'em.
So Walter, how did Motiva come about? How did you decide? Hey, you know what? I'm going to open up my own shop, and I'm going to open up, Motiva. Come up with the name and stuff. You already said how you did
Yeah.
that. But when in your career did you decide? Hey, you know what? I'm going to go out on my own. I'm going to create my own company.
Great question.
Great question. Bam! All right.
So, I was going to school. I was working full time at North Shore Hospital.
Okay.
And I was going to school.
Are you in the IT department by chance?
Not yet. I was working my way toward that.
Okay.
So, and I realized that I wanted to be. Computers were coming up at the time, Windows, all that stuff, and I realized I wanted to be in IT.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to work for an IT firm. I won't say the name because they were pretty bad.
Okay.
But I realized working there, and within like a month or two, I was their main project manager. And so I went very fast to the top.
Right.
And I said to myself, you know what, I could do this.
Well, how did you get educated into IT? You just didn't walk in there.
Well,
the IT manager.
It was a calling of the hospital because it was the time when computers were moved from the old terminals to PCs.
Okay.
And so a lot of the old ladies didn't know how to use PCs, so I was the go-to.
So it was like the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s when all of that stuff was happening, right?
Yeah.
Were you educated? Did you go to school?
So,
were you educated? Did you go to school for IT and for computer science?
I grew up in San Salvador, and I came to the United States when I was 17.
Okay.
So I had finished high school, and we actually had to learn about electronics and electrical work to graduate from high school. So I kind of had an inclination toward that, and so, but I didn't have access to computers, and in fact, computers even here were just terminals. So when the PCs came, that was when everything started, really, and I fell in love with computers. I will take them apart. I will stay up all night trying to fix them.
So you're a tinkerer.
I love to touch. I love to touch.
Okay.
So yeah, that's how I got started.
So that's how you got started. So you were working at North Shore University Hospital. What were you doing there?
Delivering mail.
Okay, so you were a mail guy.
And you really started in the bottom.
You know something? I used to try to do it as fast as I could because if I came back early, my supervisor would let me play on the terminal.
Really?
And let me do data entry, and that was like the thing I wanted to do.
Really? That's cool. Yeah. So that's really how you got your start, how you got your love for doing that.
Did you write code also at that time?
No, you know what? I had a passion for helping people. I used to get so much satisfaction when the old ladies would come to me and say, "Hey, Walter, can you help me with something?"
Oh, is that why when I called you and you said, "Well, help the old man," and you had one?
Yeah, exactly it.
Well,
something
the principle should
That's
never.
right.
It's the same principle.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but you know what? There's such a. I talk to my team all the time about. We talk about technology because everybody's certified, and we have all these technology backgrounds and stuff. But at the end of the day, it's really about the personal connection with your customer. Right.
But isn't that all business?
Every business. And
right.
I think most businesses exactly. And I think most businesses miss it, right? Because they focus on the technology or the product or whatever. And at the end of the day, if you look at businesses like Amazon, as big as they are, they focus on the customer. Right. With the return, now they have that 1-day delivery.
Yep.
And you can deliver it. Now you can return to Kohl's.
You can return it.
Yeah, I just saw that. You can go to Kohl's and bring your Amazon stuff back, and they'll ship it back for you.
Yeah. Right. It's very similar to the concept when you think about Apple, right?
Right.
Because when Apple designs an Apple Watch, for example, I was listening to Tim Cook the other day. He said, we designed it thinking about somebody, an older person, falling. Right, and sending that message to their loved ones that, something happened. So when you design or when you think about first your customers, the decision is easier. Right. You don't have to think about which backup system. You gotta get the best.
Right.
You don't have to think about which monitoring software or antivirus you're gonna buy. You gotta get the best. And so that's how we look at the whole thing.
So it's all about really finding the best solution right from the get-go. That's for the client.
So tell me how you interview me. I get recommended to you.
Right.
I have some sort of a system in my business or whatever may be small, and we're about to grow. We're hoping to take the next step up.
Sure.
What kind of questions and such do you ask? What do you want to know about what we have and where you can take us? How do you do your analyses? Good question.
Excellent question.
Excellent question. Yeah, there we go.
Most people that I meet ask me, they come to me and they say, Walter, I'm looking to change my IT company. I'm looking to replace who I have. And I asked them a question. Like, I don't usually say, oh yeah, just call me, or you know, here's my number. I asked them, how does one do that? Right? Because even knowing technology, you still have a very difficult time understanding what your needs are as a business. And you know, I work with businesses as small as 10, 5 users, all the way to 100, 150. And so I see a very big range of businesses, and I realize that, as cliche as it may sound, everyone is very different. And so every technology stack doesn't fit every business. And so we have to be very careful when we're talking to businesses, business owners, what the ultimate goal of that company is, right? From a business perspective. Actually, you know, when I approach a company that I'm trying to work with, or they're a prospect, I think about it from a business perspective. Like, what would I do if I'm that business owner? What decisions would I make?
Would you so if you have an existing company that comes to you and they've been around for a while, say they've been around 20 plus years,
sure.
So you know they got a whole bunch of Band-Aids on their infrastructure, right? Do you inventory what they have and then go through a process of determining what they really need? Because a lot of times they have things they don't even really need, right? It's like,
so I'll give you an example. We recently picked up a company, about 100 users or so, right here on Long Island. And they were with this company about 20 years.
Really?
And so, but you know, all IT companies, we get very complacent, right? We sit there, we're happy to get the check. They're not meeting with their customer. I think the comment that the man, he actually gave me a Google review that's posted on Google. He said that after 20 years with this company, no one has sat down with him and explained to him every little component that was in, and I'm talking high level. I'm not going detail into the technology stack. I'm talking about, you know, what the strategy for his business was. And
so you're not just coming in and going, here's a computer, here's backup software, here's this or that. So you're creating a strategy for them.
Absolutely.
So they can optimize
I do a discovery. You know, the first thing I do is I do a discovery. I go on site. I invest a lot of time.
And how do they reach you? What's your phone number? How do people get in touch with you?
Sure. So it's 646-374-1820. 646-374-1820.
You've done this before. You know,
I've done this 100 times.
Good job.
Well, you know what? I went to your website. It's a
Motiva.net.
Motiva.net. It's a very nice website.
Thank you.
Right? You also can find him on Twitter, at Motiva Networks. You can find him on Facebook at Motiva Networks and LinkedIn also at Motiva Networks.
You can find me everywhere.
You can find you're pretty much everywhere.
That's
like
the
a technology
idea, right?
You know,
so when we come back, Walter, we're going to take a quick break. But when we come back, we're going to dig more into. I want to know more about your discovery process and what you go through. But we're going to go right now to a few words from our sponsors. We'll be back right after these messages.
See you shortly.
Hi, this is Doug Cormack, Executive Director of Orchard Estate of Woodbury, Woodbury's first assisted living and memory care community. We're opening this summer for seniors who need a little or a lot of assistance with things like taking their medication, meals, or just a maintenance-free lifestyle. Our experienced staff keeps seniors and their families connected to what matters most. Call us today to inquire about our model apartments and discover how Orchard Estate of Woodbury is providing the lifestyle Long Island seniors deserve. Call 516-246-2167. That's 516-246-2167. Or visit orchardestatewoodbury.com. Licensure pending.
Small business owners, are you having trouble growing your business? Do you feel like you're always swimming upstream? Do you feel like daily tension that I can't get ahead and I don't know why? Hi everybody, my name is Darren Sayafi and I'm a business therapist. What's a business therapist? Well, some people call us coaches, some people call us advisors, other people even call us strategists. We take a vested interest in you and your personal development as a person and as a business owner to give you the tools and structure that you need to take it to that next level. So don't wait. Give me a call today for your free consultation and let me show you how you can help yourself.
Hi, this is Darren from the Business Power Hour. Are you associated with a charity or a nonprofit organization that is looking to raise money?
but you want to do something different from other charities or something you've never done before? Well, if that's the case, then you need to call our friends at Friend Entertainment USA. Friend Entertainment provides tribute concert events featuring the best tribute talent from all over the USA, saluting stars such as Donna Summer, the Bee Gees, Queen, and many more. Whether you like Motown, rock and roll, R&B, country, Christian, or whatever type of music you like, they will provide you with the best entertainment at a price that is very affordable. In addition to music, they are now offering comedy shows saluting such stars as Robin Williams and Joan Rivers. With over 31 years of experience, Friend Entertainment will teach you how to create a successful show. The first thing you need to do is sit down with them and learn how you and your organization can put together a show that can be done from anywhere in the USA. These events will help you bring needed funds and branding to your organization so you can continue to provide the needed services to your community. No organization is too big or too small. So reach out today. You can call or email Norman at Friend Entertainment USA and let him help your charity or nonprofit create an unforgettable fundraising experience. Call 844-698-9696. That's 844-698-9696, or visit their website at friendentusa.com and ask for the Music Man. Tell him Darren sent you.
Okay, welcome back to the Business Power Hour with Darren and the Music Man and our guest Walter Contreras from Motiva.
Oh, you know what? You haven't called me Double D tonight.
We talked about it.
No, we didn't. You said Dimples. You didn't say Double D. Double D, Jim.
Welcome
right?
to the Business Power Hour with Darren,
D.
better known as Double D, and the Music Man. You got it? Hey, show everybody the dimples. Look at the size of those puppies, right?
I know. He's handsome. That's why he got that text. But.
No, we're teasing because he's got people like.
Well, yeah, we nicknamed him Double D.
Double D because of the dimple.
Darren
right?
Dimples.
So that's where he gets the double.
You think he gives a crap?
He doesn't.
No, I'm fascinated.
And you're not supposed to care.
I'm fascinated.
You don't have dimples. I don't have dimples.
Right, Jim?
He has dimples over there. We'll call it the Dimple Hour.
See, we give Jim stuff to talk about when he goes home. He goes to his wife. You wouldn't believe.
You know what
it.
these two clowns talk about tonight?
He's got plenty.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he does.
So you said that you have people with like 50, 5 users, 50 users, 100
Well,
users.
can we do this?
What can we do?
Okay, let's go from this perspective, right?
Sure.
I'm a law firm. I have 50 users.
Okay.
Okay. I come to you and say, hey, look, I'm looking to change my MSP.
I'm having issues somewhere.
I'm having issues
not
somewhere.
happy.
Right.
That's what I usually get.
You know, the firm's been around for 30 years. We got all these different softwares we're using, and it doesn't seem like anything's connected. And
yeah.
So, walk me through the discovery process.
Sure. You know, the number one. By the way, I just want to say something real quick. The number one reason why companies switch IT providers, did you know what it is?
No.
It's fast response.
Really?
Yeah.
But again, that's like in any business.
Well, it's customer service.
It's customer service. It's customer service. So I approach it from that place.
Right.
I start there. I start the discovery process with the business owner. I want to understand how they operate. I want to know what their future of their business. Because right now it's already done, right? Like whatever they're doing now, it's done.
And it's worked.
And it's working somehow even until now, even if it's broken, right?
Right.
But I like to find out long term what the goal is. And so I start with the discovery. I come in with my team. We call it an assessment. Mm-hmm. And it really depends on how deep the company wants to let us go.
Okay.
And I find that the ones that let us do our full analysis, which it takes about 6 hours or so, those are the ones that get the most benefit because I'm going to tell them everything about the system.
So 6 hours. Is that 6 hours sitting with someone and going through everything?
No, so
or are
it's
you getting
usually
on a network and inventorying all the programs
Correct.
And what the computers are doing and all that stuff?
Yeah, it's more of that. And it's more, I probably spend an hour with management.
Okay.
You know, and I usually want to talk not just to the business owner because they're usually like somewhere else.
For those of you who don't know how that works, you know, IT companies like Walter's, they're able to go into your network and actually see the activity throughout the network. All your
no
users,
data.
No
but
data,
we see
but you see
how it's set up, what's missing.
How frequent people are using
Correct.
the computers, things like that.
We see
right?
deficiencies, we see network setups.
Right.
I'll get a comment from the office manager. Oh, you know what? My email takes forever to come in.
Yeah.
And then we go to the back systems and we see the logs and we know exactly what's happening. I had a case recently, big company on Long Island too, about 40 users. And this guy literally said to us, I stopped calling the IT company because the problem doesn't get solved. This is 2 years later.
And he stopped calling
He
because
stopped
he got
calling.
no
He just dealt
satisfaction.
with it. The emails will come whenever, and he just dealt with it.
So he dealt with the situation in hand, saying,
I'm just giving up. But you know what? Right. We were doing our discovery,
right?
And one of my guys was talking to him, and he opened up. He said, you know, I had this email problem. It literally took my guy one right click of the Outlook setup.
Right.
Problem was gone. So needless to say, we're that's a new customer.
Well, I mean, but all of these companies, they say they're certified in these things, and
you know, I spend most of my time figuring out how much better I can get at customer service, and I have, we have Google reviews. Every single ticket that we, every service request that we do, we send happy faces and satisfaction,
right.
And I spend a lot of time there.
How many service technicians do you have?
We have about 16 people.
16?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. There's a lot of us.
That's
In fact, I have a comment from one of my customers on Google. He's like, I don't know how these guys do it, but there's one every 5 minutes here that if I call, they're here in 5 minutes.
Wow.
No, but the thing is, we spend a lot of time. If you do, IT companies traditionally are happier when things are broken, right?
Right.
Our model is a little different because we want you to be working all the time so that we're not there all the time.
So you basically you set up your service agreements.
Correct.
Right? Set up your service agreements on, here's a monthly fee. You pay one fee. Doesn't
money
matter.
back guarantee too.
Right. Money. Okay, but you pay one fee. No matter how many times we're here or not
Correct.
here, you just pay this monthly fee every month, and
it helps the company budget.
Right.
It has that worry-free.
So really, if you got that flat fee type model, it's actually better that they're running better and not broken.
Yeah,
right?
I don't want to be on site.
Right, exactly, because you're more profitable at that point.
Yeah.
Do you do websites too?
I try to stay away from the things that will take focus from what my core is.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really good at doing websites. You've seen mine, but I don't do it as a business. If one of my customers has a problem with a website, it's a customer, I help them. Right. But it's not my core competency. I usually recommend people that are better at that.
That's a shame that they can't call their own web people.
Well, it's not a shame. What he's
it
doing
is because he's doing it as a service to his clients.
Sure.
But he doesn't do websites. You just paid X number of dollars for a website. If there's a problem, even 6 months, a year down the road. I understand.
Well, because you have so many of these people that say, "Oh, I do websites," and then they disappear, right?
Sure.
And they're doing one-off type things, and it's really not a core focus.
I find that the all-inclusive IT companies,
mm-hmm.
they don't do one thing great.
They'll do a lot of things good.
Yeah, it's like this whole thing about cybersecurity today, right? I am telling you, is a completely different skill set. If you went to school, I went to school for computer science, right? I went to school for basic computers. Mm-hmm. Cybersecurity, it's a whole different planet. You have to learn different tools.
So it's really it's almost like taking for lack of a better analogy, a basic car mechanic and a transmission mechanic.
Perfect analogy.
Right?
Yeah.
There's
a general practitioner, and there's somebody that focuses on one thing.
Has an expertise.
Sure.
So the summer's come to an end, and we're going to get into fall, and then we're going to be here in the wintertime, and we're going to have storms, and we're going to have problems.
No, that's hurricane season.
Shopping,
and it's hurricane
and
season,
all kinds of stuff.
And you just went through a hurricane.
I just went through a hurricane.
And not so much, forget the Bahamas, because that's just devastated. But if you talk about some parts of Florida and then North Carolina, what could have people have done, if anything, to prevent themselves at home or in their business from power surges and protecting their internet.
So I did this when Sandy came. Actually, I did it before Sandy. I was the crazy guy telling small businesses, you gotta have an offsite backup. You gotta have an offsite backup. And I tell you, 2 customers had an offsite backup during Sandy. So the majority of them were either down.
And how many have it now? Everybody?
All of them. Because I don't allow it anymore, actually. I changed my model.
Right.
All of my plans include offsite backup. I don't even ask you to choose whether or not you need it. I just put it. And so for me, it was more about the learning curve, the learning experience during Sandy. Only that 2 customers were up and running where the rest were waiting for something else. So the mentality changed after that.
Well, what I hear from you, which I like a lot, because I do business and executive coaching, and I coach to the core focus of your business, and that your business will be successful if you understand what your core focus is, and you design your business around your core focus. That the words you're saying now is like hitting me like bam. It's like this is what I try to teach a lot of my clients, is that don't try to be everything to everybody, and say no. You have to say no at times. This is the way we do business.
I do a lot of no's. And I recommend them to other people that might be able to help them. If you're too small, I can't help you.
Right.
I'm just not gonna do my best work, right? Or I'm gonna be maybe too expensive for you.
Right.
Right? Or you haven't figured out your numbers yet, as you know this, that you think I'm too expensive, but you're probably spending double, right? So I recently met with someone, and I won't give you names because they're all Long Island businesses. I only work on Long Island. This is my community. This is what I love. This is what I like to do. And so I met someone, and the lady said to me, I'm just not paying you $1,000 a month. And I said, but you have been paying actually $1,000 a month, and you don't have antivirus. You don't have anyone that comes on site. So every time you call in, you pay for it, and you have all these things that you're missing, but you paid for it.
But you're paying for more, paying for less than what I'm offering you for the same amount of money.
So how'd you make her realize that she was paying it?
That's an easy transition, because my work is to show the facts. I really, I hear this a lot from customers. Oh, sales are so hard. I'm having a hard time getting customers. I tell you, if you're having trouble doing sales or getting customers, it's because your marketing and your numbers suck, right? You know that. Yep. And the truth is, I don't sell. Like, I never sell. Like, I don't need to sell. When I sit with somebody and I go through the motions, and they let me, by the way, the ones that let me go through them, because some of them will run because of their fear of.
Well, sometimes the numbers just scare them away. You don't want to deal with those clients anyway. But other times is their understanding, and if they're good business people, they'll sit, they'll listen, they'll understand the big picture. This is part of the problem, especially with your smaller clients. I'm sure you run into it. Yeah. Is they're so hyper-focused on the numbers and not looking at the 40,000-foot view of, if I put this in place, it's going to save me time, which then would free me up to be able to do this, this, and this, which will let me grow my business.
And it goes even further with cybersecurity, right? Because your numbers mean nothing if you get hit with the ransomware.
Right.
Right? Because you'll be down for the week, right? And you'll have 25 employees just sitting around doing nothing. Plus, you can't service your customers.
Right.
So the numbers just went out the door. So, I try to teach people, my method of, if you want to call it selling, is through education, awareness. And I do my best work, try to tell people, look, I went through this, right?
Right.
And I'll help you figure out the numbers, because at the end of the day, I'm not the most expensive company, and I'm not the cheapest either. Right, so, and I provide a good service, so I try to focus on that more.
Well, it's you get what you pay for.
Most of your your clients all come from referrals, though, right?
But 98%.
That's the whole idea. It's the same thing with myself.
And my speaking, I do a lot of talks about.
Well, we're going to get into that in a little bit, but let's just jump into this hacking again. Can you really stop hacking? Can you really stop people with ransomware? Is there a way to do it, or probably not?
You could do a very good job at protecting your data integrity, right? Can you stop them? No. The government can't stop them, right? But you could do a really, really good job if you understand the principles of what to have in place in order to do that.
So I know of a company in New York City that recently got hit with the ransomware, and it cost them $12,000 to get out of it.
They were lucky.
I've had companies. Even we, even the people I was talking to said that they can't believe that they only asked for $12,000.
Yeah. I tell you, I love my community. I was welcome on Long Island, and I've loved this community. So it breaks my heart when someone calls me that finds me online, and I go because they got hit with the ransomware, and I walk in their doors and they never had a backup ever.
Yeah.
Or their IT guy had an external hard drive connected to the server, and ransomware goes right through that too, by the way. And I can't help them.
Are any of these commercial defenders of cyber any good?
No, and I'll tell you the problem really with cybersecurity, okay? Big companies, enterprise businesses always had it, okay? They always had it, they had the money for it. The problem is that hackers figured out that this is a very easy business. And the easiest targets are small businesses, small to medium size, municipalities, as you know, because they don't,
they don't have money to protect themselves.
They don't, and one, and two, I always think about, this is why we work so well with other IT companies and other IT managers, because we supplement the stuff that they're not that great at, right? And really cybersecurity is more about monitoring 24/7. This is, you get a threat like at 3 o'clock in the morning, and you're going to wait until 8 a.m. when someone gets in. That's already throughout 50 computers.
Right.
So that's the core of it. But
isn't it almost instantaneous? If you get hit with this, all it has to do is get to one computer and it'll get to all.
Look, I have a product right now that and I'm not big on products. I'm big on the service, but the products help you monitor better, right? So we have products now that are based on artificial intelligence. That if you got that email with the click here to claim you $100,000, you click on it and it blocks you from going, right? So it's a little more intelligent. However,
how intelligent is the person who clicks
that's
that
the point.
button?
That's the point.
They need a different kind of button to push.
Exactly. And it's interesting to me where we starting to see products that we're putting in for high-end cybersecurity process that actually detects viruses that have been on these networks for years. You wouldn't believe it, but they look like Windows operating system files. Right. So it looks like your executable Windows file.
So what are they?
But it's actually.
What are they doing? Are they stealing information, or?
If you look at the cyber attack for, most of the last big ones that happened, those viruses were hanging around for a little while.
Okay.
Okay, because typically antiviruses will only pick them up when they're active or executing, right? So if it's sitting there, it's not going to pick them up.
Right.
These new tools that we're seeing today actually go out and find, dormant files, things that are not executing but could potentially bring a ransomware directly onto the network. And by the way, you can have everything protected around your network, and you're still going to get it because of that one file
that's been there.
was been there for months
or years.
Do
you have an industry that comes to you more often than none, like the accounting profession, legal profession, real estate, anything like that?
Yeah, I'm the go-to for insurance companies. I do a lot of compliance. As you know, the Department of Financial Services of New York has a cybersecurity law. It's the first cybersecurity law in the country, by the way, which is very aggressive. People don't even realize, but it's like a test pilot for the entire country. We're here in New Jersey. Connecticut's going to happen in the next year or so. And it's a huge thing because, in the past, if you didn't do these things, you were kind of okay.
Right.
You know what I mean? Nobody's coming to check.
Right.
But with the DFS, with the Department of Financial Services,
well, you got all of these people that all their information's getting stolen left and right and sideways. And
all that personal identifiable information that's sitting on customers' data,
especially in insurance. I mean, you got everything located in insurance.
But look, I think it's awareness. What we're doing now is
So
actually what people
how
need.
do people get a hold of you, Walter?
So they just call me, 646-374-1820, or they can just reach me at walter@motiva.net. That's motiva.net.
Or they can go to your website,
Or they can go to my website,
or
Motiva.net.
reach out to you on Twitter, Motiva Networks. Same thing with Facebook and LinkedIn, Motiva
Correct.
Networks, right? So when we come back, we're going to wrap this thing up because this thing is flying through. We're already through our second segment.
It's exciting.
So when we come back, we're going to talk more about Motiva and the great things that you're doing for your clients. We'll be back right after these messages.
Thank you.
Small business owners, are you having trouble growing your business? Do you feel like you're always swimming upstream? Do you feel like daily tension that I can't get ahead and I don't know why? Hi everybody, my name is Darren Sayafi and I'm a business therapist. What's a business therapist? Well, some people call us coaches, some people call us advisors, other people even call us strategists. We take a vested interest in you and your personal development as a person and as a business owner to give you the tools and structure that you need to take it to that next level. So don't wait. Give me a call today for your free consultation and let me show you how you can help yourself.
Hi, this is Doug Cormack, Executive Director of Orchard Estate of Woodbury, Woodbury's first assisted living and memory care community. We're opening this summer for seniors who need a little or a lot of assistance with things like taking their medication, meals, or just a maintenance-free lifestyle. Our experienced staff keeps seniors and their families connected to what matters most. Call us today to inquire about our model apartments and discover how Orchard Estate of Woodbury is providing the lifestyle Long Island seniors deserve. Call 516-246-2167. That's 516-246-2167, or visit orchardestatewoodbury.com. Licensure pending.
I got my first dog when I was 13. And at that time, I was pretty dependent on other people, and I was just hitting the age where I really, really wanted to be independent.
Before, I relied on help from others 100% of the time. And after I got my first service dog, I realized that I could do anything I wanted to do.
Bright does a wide variety of things to help me get through my day-to-day. Everything from pulling me in my wheelchair to helping me with things around the house.
My name is Titus and I am 9 years old. And this is my dog Heaven. When I didn't have Heaven, it used to be Mom doing the stuff with me. But now that I have Heaven, she helps me with everything. At school, she helps me if I drop my pencil, she picks it up for me. We have this shoe basket, and when my shoes are in my room, she carries them in her mouth and puts them in the basket.
Augie is the ultimate battle buddy. With Augie, every day's a brand new day. We never know what's around the corner. We are spirited. He's there when I need him, every time. He picks things up that I drop, opens doors. Can't think of a better guy to have beside me.
I'm an incomplete quadriplegic. It's difficult for me to bend over and get things out of the dryer, but Bright will stick her whole body in there and pull stuff out. She does it with a wagging tail. She's very happy about it. Good girl. I have a full-time job, and there are a lot of hobbies that I have outside of that job. With Bright, I'm empowered to do them on my own.
Having a dog in my life has led to a lot of amazing things, from riding my bike down the coast to coaching with the Marine Corps with the Wounded Warrior team. Canine Companions gave me the confidence to go out and live an independent life.
I would definitely recommend Canine Companions to people who are looking for a way to get involved in their community. Volunteers are the heart of Canine Companions.
To make each individual match work, it takes a heck of a team effort, from the puppy raiser to the $50,000 that it costs for a dog from the time it's born to the time it's placed.
I do hope people raise money so dogs grow up to be like Heaven, just great dogs, helping life.
Hi, this is Darren from the Business Power Hour. Are you associated with a charity or a nonprofit organization that is looking to raise money, but you want to do something different from other charities or something you've never done before? Well, if that's the case, then you need to call our friends at Friend Entertainment USA. Friend Entertainment provides tribute concert events featuring the best tribute talent from all over the USA, saluting stars such as Donna Summer, the Bee Gees, Queen, and many more. Whether you like Motown, rock and roll, R&B, country, Christian, or whatever type of music you like, they will provide you with the best entertainment at a price that is very affordable. In addition to music, they are now offering comedy shows saluting such stars as Robin Williams and Joan Rivers. With over 31 years of experience, Friend Entertainment will teach you how to create a successful show. The first thing you need to do is sit down with them and learn how you and your organization can put together a show that can be done from anywhere in the USA. These events will help you bring needed funds and branding to your organization so you can continue to provide the needed services to your community. No organization is too big or too small. So reach out today. You can call or email Norman at Friend Entertainment USA and let him help your charity or nonprofit create an unforgettable fundraising experience. Call 844-698-9696. That's 844-698-9696, or visit their website at friendentusa.com and ask for the Music Man. Tell him Darren sent you.
Welcome back to the Business Power Hour with Darren and the Music Man, double D's, over here with our guest Walter Contreras of Motiva.
I think we get a shirt that's double D. We get a Business Power Hour shirt and double D on.
Makes you happy? Yeah, it's okay.
I'm not making any comments. I don't want to be liable.
I was gonna, get it. I hear you. I get it.
Oh,
He's
no,
been
you
away.
should have
He's
heard
been away
when
for
we
a
had
weekend.
the sexual harassment attorney on. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Not really.
Not really, no.
This is podcast. You can say whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, we don't have the FCC.
You should see some of the shows that this guy has on here.
We're calm.
Like, what's he watching?
He's got a plumber show. He had a show about plumbers, and when they introduce themselves, they turn around and they show themselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't that right?
Two plumbers talking
crap.
No, talking shit.
Oh.
So
believe it or not,
that's the name of the show.
We are the classiest show that is on this station.
Really?
Right, ask them. Are we the classiest show or what?
Well,
and you can see how classy we are.
Well, you're very classy.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Thank you. I didn't know you could see them, but thank you. Here you go.
I saw them before.
Here you go.
Yeah.
And
well, you got
socks. I love you.
All
Well,
right,
he's dressed down tonight. Usually he has a jacket on.
I know.
Thank you.
Right?
We kill it because you were on. I mean, I didn't have to. We're
Wow.
friends.
So that's like an insult, right? It's like
No, we're friends. I mean, I just compliment. I didn't have to, be fake. I knew the air conditioning wasn't going to be on, and I didn't have a tie.
As we digress, every show we get this point.
You have another part of your business which is very popular, or becoming even more and more popular, and it's called webinars. You actually teach the world about what it is that you're going to do, and in order to teach it, you got to know how to go and do it. Tell us a little bit about it and how people can get involved with your webinars.
Yeah, if you go to my website, there's a link there to join a webinar, and I do a monthly webinar on cybersecurity. And I basically go through the motions of the things that you could do.
Who is it for? Is it for the everyday person, or is it for a business owner?
Business owner who's trying to figure it out, this whole thing, right? Who's hearing one thing from their IT guy and another thing from their friends or whatever.
Well, that's the biggest challenge, right?
That's the biggest challenge.
Is when somebody's friend tells them, "Oh no, this is," and all of a sudden they come back to you. And I have clients who tell me, "Well, you're the expert. We're going to listen to what you say." And then I say something, and they go, "But my friend told me."
Right.
And you sit there and go, "Well, why don't you hire your friend then?"
Sure.
Because you don't need me, obviously.
I take a compassionate
You're so
approach.
sarcastic.
I can be. I can be.
I try to be as compassionate as I can.
What's your webinar called?
So it's just cybersecurity training.
Okay.
Awareness, basically. I try to approach people with a different. I try to I try to think in terms that I had this gift.
Right.
I'm really good at it. I'm very blessed for it. But I want to give it to the world.
Yeah, and I'm not that sarcastic.
I'm just saying, like, I try. It's very hard and complex. This whole, cybersecurity landscape, and the thing is, what I was saying before about enterprise having these businesses that were larger, small businesses have almost zero protection. Right? If I have yet to go to a business, right, any size, and be like, oh, you're good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of deficiencies.
Well, there's always room for improvement.
There's always
right, and that's one of the things I always try to explain to my clients too. It's everybody is different. So what your friend is telling you should be doing may not fit your needs. It may be overkill or it may not be enough because you have certain intricacies to it, right? It goes back to what we were talking about before, right? You go to general practitioner with a sniffle and he tells you it's this. But then you go to a specialist and they find out it's something completely different that's very extreme.
And you shouldn't take the medicine that the first doctor supposedly gave you.
So
it's very, it's painful at times when I go to businesses. I actually get people that saw me 2 years ago and they're calling me again.
Right.
Because it's lost time, and being a coach in business, you don't want to waste time. You want.
They don't have time to waste.
Right. You want to keep moving your business forward, and so. But I do my best to try to be as kind as I can. I train my people that way.
That's the part I was saying, and I don't mean to interrupt you. Sure. That what people talk about you. And what they say, it's exactly the feeling and such that you're giving out now. Well, to everybody.
He's got it down because we were talking about this before with the core focus. That's why I bid on the core focus.
Right.
He's got his core values, he's got his core focus, and he teaches it to his people. A lot of companies don't even do that, right? They come up with here's my mission statement, and they don't even believe. Which half crap.
That somebody else wrote for them.
Somebody else
wrote. A blogger or somebody.
They copied it off somebody else's website, and it's not who they are.
Right. How long is your webinar for?
It's only about half hour.
But how many classes are there to the course? Is it a course?
So I start off with like the basic principles. I go through the anatomy of a hack, right? Which is actually eye-opening for people because they get to see, okay, so posting that job on Indeed got me that Word document that was infected with a virus kind of thing, right? So I go through that, and that really opens people's eyes to see, like, maybe I shouldn't do certain things, right? And then I go deep into, like, what are the things that you need in place? I start with a risk assessment. You should get a risk assessment every so often, right? It's almost like it's the same thing as going to a doctor, right? You're not going to a doctor.
You got to have a checkup.
You got to have a checkup, right? So I teach those principles, which are pretty much similar to business principles, right? They're very basic principles. And so somebody's got to look at your books. You got to don't ask for a loan when you need money at the end, right? So I try to be focused on what people need right now,
right?
And I educate, right? And that's worked incredibly grateful for the opportunity.
Is there a charge for the webinar?
No.
And it's free?
It's free.
You are the bomb.
In fact, you know what I do? I give 5. I give away. Thank you.
Right.
I give away 5
Are you nuts?
risk assessments.
You need a business consultant.
Actually, you know what? The webinars, that's a great way to pull them in.
Your phone must be ringing right afterwards. You have a webinar, you get at least 2-3 phone calls.
And I give away, too. I give away 5 risk assessments to whoever is...
Who's on there?
First people that email me, I'll...
When's your next webinar?
Actually, it's September 12th.
And if they want to...
Thursday.
That's Thursday.
Thursday, yeah.
So if people are tuning in and they want to...
www.motiva.net, and there's a link there for the webinar.
All right, fantastic.
Do you have any talking engagements that you're having coming up?
There are 2 coming up, but I don't actually have the dates because they postponed them. But I'll get them to you so you can post them on the site.
Yeah, we'll be happy to go and do it.
We'll definitely do that.
Okay, we'll do that for you. What else you want to talk about? We got a few minutes left.
I love business. I love people who are in business, who struggle with the...
Where do you find your people from? Let me interrupt you. Where do you get your people from?
Because he's a recruiter.
You know what
he can help you.
Yeah. Well, you still
see, I'm helping you out now. Here, you want a card? I got a card.
I find it's wow. It's just as good as your socks.
Can you imagine?
So,
Isn't that nice?
It's very nice.
It's good.
You know, I find that people who go to school, school is great. I love education. The thing is, a lot of times when you get people from school, they don't have the skill set needed for the real world.
Correct. Well, because this is what I found. And this is what I tell everybody, right? I came out of school with an accounting degree. I knew nothing about accounting. I thought I knew about accounting. I knew nothing about accounting. Once I started working, that's when I really learned all about accounting.
Right. And that's what I try to do with young people. In fact, I believe that, one of my biggest passions is to grow a community of developers on Long Island, like software developers. Because Long Island has a lot of talent, and there's really no place for them to work at or, learn things. So that's my current project, because we do have a software development company also. And
so you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep that under wraps.
Under wraps?
Not anymore. That's over.
So, do you have a lot of remote workers?
We do have some, not a lot, but we do have some. I'm huge on not outsourcing anything.
Right.
Like a lot of my peers in the industry, they outsource their help desk. Somebody else from India is looking at stuff. I don't outsource anything. I am so against it. I have nothing to do with, not liking anybody. It's just the fact that these are my customers.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they're trusting me with their data. They're trusting me with their systems. This is like the most, this from a business perspective. Like this is their baby.
Yeah.
Right? And so I don't want anybody other than myself. And I control the output too, because let's face it, I got to be able to see my metrics on how fast am I servicing, how good am I doing it, right? If there's a problem, which there always is.
Your scorecard, right?
Your scorecard, right? So
look at the terminology from you two. Really?
We're high end.
That's it.
God.
We connected.
Walter and Darren show coming up. Hey, Jim, Walter and Darren show.
Yeah. What you doing?
Yeah, sounds cool.
Wait, no. Why would I do a Darren show if you're in the show already?
Hey, because you guys are like it. You got accounting, you got IT.
I don't want you
all you need is sales.
I sense a little jealousy here.
Right?
Yeah.
I can handle it.
Well, you know what it was, because he walked in. Walter was Norman's friend, and Walter and I just met, and we're hitting it off pretty.
Oh, he's not your friend yet. You can just do business.
Wait,
he's my buddy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. We're not friends yet.
Like I said at the beginning, I can share.
And that's the way it should be. Any special, any not-for-profit things that you do, or anything coming up?
I try not to get into the details of what I do in terms of what I give back, but I can tell you that in my community, I give back a lot. I try to help struggling non-for-profits that don't have the money to build a website or don't have the money to put up a show or something. I like to help.
All right.
If anyone is looking for help, they can also email me.
Well, I got a one of my clients that's a struggling not-for-profit. We'll talk about it after the show, because they need some help.
You should be talking to me. I'm a guy who helps struggling not-for-profits.
You already talked.
Oh, I did? Oh,
yeah,
okay,
did.
cool.
I don't know. I have so many cards.
Well, you want more?
But it's the same guy.
Wait. Here's the other one.
Oh my!
How do you like that?
That's
a nice.
That's Dimples. You see Dimples?
That's a nice card. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for being here.
We appreciate it.
You did a great job.
Thanks for coming.
I know you would be killer here.
Oh, thanks, bro.
You just got that kind of personality, and Motiva is certainly
one more
the
time,
company.
if people want to get a hold of you, Walter.
Sure.
How
Go
can
to
they
my
do
website, www.motiva.net, motiva.net, and my number is 646-374-1820.
Excellent.
Way to go.
Thanks for being on.
Thank you so much.
So what's going up with you? Now that you're back? You got a lot of makeup
like I said,
to
I'm
do, right?
doing this. I got a lot of makeup now, and I'm going to be running like crazy this week. So it's going to be fun. But we're coming back on Wednesday night too. So I'm excited. This is going to be a busy week.
Yeah, this is our first double week, so we're going to be here Wednesday evening with William Sauls.
Well, our friend Bill Sauls is going to be on. He was on once before, as you know.
Twice before, actually.
Once before with me.
She should have just played into it.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry.
We should do a show on traction alone.
We'll talk about that.
Right?
Okay.
Sorry, Norman.
Oh, it's really all right. Because I'm going to be talking about barking to the beat.
That's coming up, right?
Which is coming out. with Journey Chicago and Blood, Sweat, and Tears. It's a benefit show for, as they say over here, American vet dogs, and that's where the money is going to. The show is October 5th. It's at Suffolk Community College in Brentwood. Absolutely gorgeous auditorium that they do have. And then on October 26th, we have the ABBA concert coming up. And I have the privilege to have been asked to be at Oheka Castle next week for Platinum Networking, which will be there. It's a wellness networking group. A lot of people that show up at very high end. So if you're in the business or you'd like to get into the business or just come around because you're in wellness and you want to network, please come and see us next week on the 19th at Oheka Castle.
And if you want to see Norm and I this Sunday night, where are we going to be?
We're going to be at the Governor's. Hold it.
I'm not saying anything. I got in trouble last time.
Okay, here's the card. We're going to be Sunday, September 15th for Pulse Center Patient Education and Advocacy.
At the brokerage.
At the brokerage. It's a comedy show. Proceeds are going directly to Pulse Organization. Right. Eileen Corina.
Our friend
Babe,
Eileen.
if you're listening, here you go.
All right, Eileen. There we go. So we'll see you Sunday night. All right, this September 15th, we'll be there.
All right, and we're going to say goodnight, everybody. We thank you very much. We're not saying goodnight.
And the 21st, where are we going to be?
I have no clue where we're going to be.
Where did we go last week? We didn't even tell everybody where we went.
Where did we go?
Actually, 2 weeks ago.
Where did we go?
We went to see our friends over at Canine Companions.
Is that where we went?
That's
what we
where
were
we
doing the 21st.
The 21st is their
See, I thought you knew.
Their Dog Fest.
It's Doggy Fest. Yeah, it's going to be at Tanger.
At Tanger Outlets in Deer Park.
You bring your doggy down there and you walk around. It's really, it's going to be terrific.
It's really great. Yeah, Canine Companions. Great organization. We went and visited their facility.
On the 21st.
Okay, but come down. So
and we'll be signing autographs.
Places.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's going to be.
I'm going to bring a pen.
He's going to bring pictures of himself, and then he's going to be plenty of business cards, so he'll sign
all kinds of business cards. Which ones? On that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in and watching us and being big sponsors of our show. Thank you again.
Everybody.
We'll see you Wednesday night. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
That all dead, the lines cut off inside my head. I left here like a broken man, with no idea of where I stand. Oh, my mind clear. Lord, I shed all my tears. Oh, now baby, I was just waiting here while you moved on. Security, the super freedom you kept from me. The sound of all your loaded guns. This outbreak war has just begun. The sound of all your loaded guns. This broken man has already won. Oh, my mind clear. Lord, I shed all my tears.